Many people think blood sugar rises and falls for one simple reason. Eat sugar, blood sugar goes up. Stop eating sugar, blood sugar comes down. It sounds logical. But if blood sugar regulation were really that simple, millions of people following healthy diets and exercising every day wouldn't continue struggling with unstable glucose levels. So what is actually happening inside the body every time you eat? The answer begins with one remarkable fact. Your body is constantly working to keep blood sugar within a very narrow range, even while you sleep, exercise, work, or skip a meal. Every second, dozens of organs, hormones, and metabolic pathways communicate with one another to maintain that balance. Think of it like a symphony orchestra. The audience hears one beautiful piece of music, but behind the scenes, dozens of musicians follow the conductor, adjusting their timing every moment. Blood sugar regulation works much the same way. The process starts before glucose even enters the bloodstream. The moment food reaches the digestive system, specialized cells inside the small intestine begin releasing hormones known as incretins, including GLP-1. These hormones prepare the body for the incoming nutrients. They signal the pancreas that glucose is on its way. Inside the pancreas, beta cells respond by producing insulin. Insulin acts like a messenger, helping move glucose from the bloodstream into muscle cells, liver cells, and other tissues where it can be used for energy or stored for later. At the same time, GLP-1 slows stomach emptying. Instead of releasing all nutrients immediately, digestion becomes more gradual, allowing glucose to enter the bloodstream at a steadier pace. Another hormone, glucagon, works in the opposite direction. When blood sugar drops too low, glucagon tells the liver to release stored glucose back into circulation. This prevents dangerous drops in energy availability. Together, insulin and glucagon function like two sides of a thermostat. One lowers blood sugar, the other raises it. Both are necessary for balance. But hormones are only part of the story. Muscle tissue plays an enormous role in glucose regulation. Every time muscles contract during walking, climbing stairs, or strength training, they increase their demand for energy. That demand allows glucose to move into muscle cells more efficiently, improving insulin sensitivity over time. The liver constantly monitors energy needs as well. Between meals, it carefully releases stored glucose to ensure the brain and other organs continue receiving fuel. Meanwhile, the digestive system influences how quickly carbohydrates are broken down and absorbed. Fiber slows digestion, producing a smoother rise in blood sugar rather than a rapid spike. The gut microbiome contributes another fascinating layer. Trillions of beneficial bacteria produce compounds that communicate with immune cells, hormones, and metabolic pathways involved in appetite and glucose regulation. Researchers continue discovering how these microscopic organisms influence overall metabolic health. Sleep also affects this system. Even one night of insufficient sleep reduces insulin sensitivity while increasing cortisol and appetite hormones. The result may be higher blood sugar and stronger cravings the following day. Stress creates similar effects. When the brain perceives danger, cortisol and adrenaline signal the liver to release additional glucose into the bloodstream. This ancient survival mechanism once helped humans escape predators. Today, traffic jams, financial concerns, and constant notifications can trigger remarkably similar biological responses. Physical activity supports nearly every aspect of blood sugar regulation. Walking after meals helps muscles absorb circulating glucose. Resistance training increases muscle mass, expanding the body's capacity to store glucose efficiently. Regular movement improves insulin sensitivity throughout the entire metabolic system. The real science behind blood sugar regulation isn't about one hormone, one organ, or one food. It's about communication. The gut communicates with the pancreas. The pancreas communicates with muscles. Muscles influence insulin sensitivity. The brain regulates appetite. The liver balances glucose release. Hormones coordinate every step. Everything is connected. The real issue isn't simply eating too much sugar. It's whether this incredibly sophisticated communication network is functioning efficiently. Understanding that perspective changes the conversation. Instead of viewing blood sugar as a simple number on a monitor, we begin to see it as the final result of thousands of biological interactions happening every minute. Healthy eating supports those systems. Exercise strengthens them. Quality sleep restores them. Stress management protects them. Fiber nourishes them. Muscle-building activities improve them. Small daily habits create cumulative effects that gradually support healthier metabolic function over time. Because lasting blood sugar regulation isn't controlled by one decision or one supplement. It's the product of an entire biological network working together exactly as it was designed to. If you'd like to dive even deeper into the science of blood sugar, insulin resistance, GLP-1, metabolism, and long-term metabolic health, there's a structured breakdown and practical framework linked in the description. And if you enjoy evidence-based health content that transforms complex science into clear and practical knowledge, subscribe and join us for the next conversation.